Go.
Yep.
Okay.
There we
She's on.
And we're live. Okay, people. Listen, y'all come on in this room. Come spend time with us. Welcome to the United Black Element Legendary Review Show. This is episode 5. We have two amazing guests with us tonight. We're going to get into that in just a moment. But before we go ahead and do that, I want y'all to do us a favor. Go ahead and click love. Don't click like. Show us the hearts because it's Black love around here. Black excellence. And then once you love the video, go ahead and share it. Share it out. Sharing is caring. So share the video, love the video, all those great things. So a little bit about United Black Element. UBE exists to enable young, Black, same-gender loving men or gay and bisexual men ages 18 and 35 in the Dallas-Fort Worth area to fulfill their greatest potential for good. And so what that looks like for us is bringing the community together to support issues that are important to our community, one of which being HIV. We do a lot of work around HIV awareness. We believe that people should be able to sex how they choose, just sex responsibly. And so if you need to update your HIV status or STD status, let us know. We can hook you up. If you need help getting treated for STDs, HIV, let us know. We can hook you up. Call that number down there. Message one of us on Facebook. Amazing. All of those good things. So I'm Jelinski, one of the staff members here with United Black Element, and I will let Devin, I'm trying to get the directions. I'll let the rest of the crew introduce themselves. Take it away.
I'm Devin James. I am the event coordinator here at United Black Elements. So I'm just ready to get started for tonight. So I'm going to just pass it on to the next person. I want to get started in this conversation.
Lava.
I'm Lava. I'm one of the coordinators here as well.
I'm Jalen. I'm a core group member.
Yes. So that's our UB staff and UB crew here. Then we have two special guests. We got the Champ and the Champ Jr. We got LaShawn the Champ and Shad the Champ in the house with us. Y'all gonna hear from them in just a moment. But before we do that, we're gonna just go to our resident pop culturalist. Again, we probably made that word up. I don't know if it's in Google or Webster. I've been meaning to look that up, but whatever. Our resident pop culturalist, Devin. Go ahead, Devin. Tell us about episode 5 because it seems like this is the episode we have most to say about so far. Like, so break it down for us.
Well, okay, so episode 5, we had the Remember the Times ball. So there was 2 categories. First category being March of the Mummies. So it had to include the old wave old performance. So I thought that was a good idea. I mean, it was really good to see old wave shown on TV. Since it's been a lot of theatrics to this point. Second category was, I don't know what they call it, like Temple Guardians. They had to do floor performance, house performance. And that was a lot of fun. Like this episode, to me, it was good.
One of the best.
It was so far, yeah. Like so far, the houses really showed out today. Like they carried. They really carried. Everybody did in their own way.
The star of the show was definitely Megan's breasts. Like, let me just say that. Every shot, I'm like, girl, like it's when they gonna get out there and give us a little floor performance?
Yo, Megan's breasts was up in them things, boy.
I low-key thought I saw Shorty like go like in her
I think so. So
guess what? I believe that's what he did.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he did. He went to them things. Shout out to Shorty for that.
Hello.
Right? Anytime you get that close to Megan breast, you don't play.
I thought he had it for that one.
I'm saying.
So the Champ, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are, where you're from, what house you're a part of, and how you got your start in ballroom.
Awesome, let's do it. So. Hi, what's up, everyone? I am Champ. I am originally from South Carolina, a very small town called Anderson. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's in everybody's business. You got the east side, west side, and everybody know everybody. Put it like that. I moved to Atlanta been here about 12 years now. Love Georgia. I've been in the part of the ballroom scene since about 2003. I've been in a few houses, man. If you guys know my ballroom career, I've started off as an Ebony, which where Shaw just recently was, and I've been like a freak. Saint Laurent. I've been freaking. Man, I've been in so many. I've been in a lot of houses, y'all. I've been a Chanel. I've been a Blahnik. So you just gotta know my ballroom career to like know what I had going on and why I was in different houses. And of course, I walk legendary performance. I am the legendary Rumors with a Twist. There is none higher. And yeah, that's just that on that.
Okay. So what house are you a part of now?
I am a part of the house of Balenciaga now.
Balenciaga.
Correct.
Okay. Aga. I like the Agas.
Awesome, right?
So wait, I heard you say that you were part of the Ebony's, the house that Shorty was a part of. So Shorty, you're not a part of the Ebony's anymore? You're not an Ebony?
That's not Shorty.
I mean Shy. Sorry, Shy.
Yeah. Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, you're not a part of the Ebony's anymore?
No, I am not.
Oh, were you over it after they got eliminated?
No, it didn't have anything to do with that.
I'm just being messy. But
I don't have anything to do with that.
Clearly, we knew that.
I will say though, I didn't agree with that. I did not agree with that. I feel like that's another one of those things we need to go storm the HBO camp. Like, girl, what's up? Like,
we getting into the nitty gritty right now.
We need a recount. What you have to say, Jalen? Go ahead.
House of Ebony should have never even been at the bottom. The House of the Scottish should have been at the bottom. Let's
let Shy introduce himself first, and then we'll get it.
Right. I know our son probably like, damn, can I say who I am?
Nah. I was agreeing with him. What's up, y'all?
We all agree.
What's up? What's up, y'all? My name is Shaquille, but I go by Shy the Champ. I'm currently at 007. I've been in the ballroom scene since I think 2013. Well, 2012, 2013. That's why I started really going heavy. What was the other question? Oh, where I'm from? I'm from New York. I'm from Harlem. I'm 27 years old. I'm a Taurus. Yeah, I'm a Taurus. And yeah, what else? And how I got into ballroom? It was real crazy how I got into ballroom. It was real simple. I had got into the Kiki house, the Kiki scene and the real ballroom scene at the same time. His name is Mike. I think he's an icon now. But Mike introduced me to Unbothered and then Ebony at the same time. So I was Ebony and then now I'm a 007. So Ebony was my only house.
I love the Ebonies. The Ebonies are always one of my favorite houses.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I'm not like the politics of it, but I like it.
I love them too.
I love the people. And so I really took it personal when they got, when they sent them marching home. I was like, you know what? I was over it. But I enjoyed, I do agree with you, Sean, that this was one of the best episodes so far. It was very high energy. Yeah. And I loved all of it was like a lot of Egyptian and African kind of reference in there, even when they took it to Iceland and all that other kind of stuff.
I loved it. I love this episode. Go ahead though. And I'm just sharing. I'm looking at my phone because I'm sharing our live to my different platforms. So
yeah, because you got 100,000 followers. Tell them all to come join.
Yeah.
So what was it like working on this week's episode? What was that like behind the scenes for y'all?
Well, for Shy.
For Shy, yeah.
For me,
he said I was.
My father was gone by the time the 5th episode came.
So y'all actually had to go home. They didn't let y'all stay and watch it.
No, it was given once we were eliminated.
Oh, the next day.
Oh,
You're out.
He said the next day. Bye.
bye. Okay,
He said, we're not spending
remote clearance. Okay.
So what was the question again? I'm sorry, because we was talking about.
What was it like working on that episode? The Remember the Times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Working on that episode, no shade. We had an argument literally the night before, so it was kind of like, all right, let's get our shit together. Literally the day of. You get what I'm saying? And that was you taking him out because she's crying. She's pissing me off. So yeah, it was really hard. It was really hard, and then it was just like I kind of felt like it was kind of like I felt like we was gonna win because I feel like our production was really dope. Like, and I know our floor performance was really nasty. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I know that it was dope. Like, because we all as one came and really made it up together. You get what I'm saying? That was actually like what was dope. So I feel like we should have won. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all definitely didn't deserve to be in the bottom.
Yeah, we just watched it like 5 minutes before this, and we were just like, what?
Because the category was calling for floor performance. So I mean, like, if y'all watch any of the other teams, they barely did floor performance, or if they did do floor performance, it was not together. It sucked. Not to speak bad on them, but it was like that was the category.
I don't know, and I really felt like Isla had showed up for y'all today because she had wore that out for me. Mother Queen, she was in character. She didn't stop the whole time. I was like, okay, I was really feeling it. And then I'm still really that's all I can say right now is I'm not feeling this judgment.
Yeah, that's why I kind of felt like I was the reason why we got at the bottom because I had got chopped for Alway.
That's what I was trying to ask. So you felt like that was kind of on you?
I felt like it was on me because I should have never did the Michael Jackson move. Like I felt like hold on. So let me tell my part of the story. I felt like okay. It says remember the times, right? So I felt like thinking outside the box. Michael Jackson has a song of Remember the Time. That's why I had the hat on. That's why my mummy was real clean. And you get what I'm saying? It was just given very much. I had the jacket on. So I thought they was going to get it that I'm going to do a Michael Jackson move and then go right back into old way. I do admit that my nerves was a little bit off, but I feel like I did good. Like, you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, the Michael Jackson move could have paid.
I agree with you because when they initially said "Remember the Times," the first thing that came to my mind was Michael Jackson. Like
exactly.
Maybe if your outfit gave that too, and they weren't.
Yeah, something like what the Balmains wore because that was closer to like what he wore in that video.
Right.
But,
true. I should have gave that. You're right.
So I have a quick question. So how much time do they really give y'all to like really get prepared? Like, and I know they edited a lot with the show. So how long are the performances? Because they look like they just like that.
Well,
go ahead.
Okay, they give you like literally, like we have a list of balls. Like even if you were to go home, you had a sheet so we knew from episode 1 to episode 7, 9, the last one, what you all had to do. However, you basically got about 2 days to prepare for the next event. Like, of course, you in your house, you're being creative in your own time. But as far as like getting ready for the next balls, which were happening just like that, you had only 2 days to prepare all of this. So it's a lot, especially for a lot of people who normally don't do choreo. Like if you're just a freelance vulgar, and choreo was like crazy for me. You know what I mean? So I'm the only one. Because I don't dance choreo.
Right.
But yeah, you get about 2 days.
Right, choreo was like it takes time for me to catch choreo. So them giving me 2 days to catch the choreo, I really had to like work hard. That's why like I did not like going into the workrooms and sitting there arguing. I didn't like. I'd rather go to the hotel and we can argue. Like, you get what I'm
Right.
saying? But while we here at this workroom, we need to get it together because no shit. Or I need to get it together, or we all need to get it together because I don't want to look crazy or miss a step or anything like that because I'm not that fast with choreo, but I know how to catch it. You would have never thought that I didn't know how to catch it on the floor. That's because every time we went into the room, like I made sure that, like, you know what, let's leave the argument back there and like let's work. Like, no shade.
Wait, so why were they complaining about y'all being in sync when y'all only had this amount of time to get it?
Everybody had
I
the same.
mean, it's TV. It's how it goes. It's what you sign up for. So,
All right.
yeah.
But
You can point that out if you know they don't have the time to really get together, you know.
Well, as Jamila would say, this isn't just any ordinary ball. This is for $100,000.
I mean, you can't be reading people and you only give them like 10 seconds to do their thing. Like,
What do you mean? That's it.
but
Everybody had the
okay,
same.
okay.
So
Thanks, Will. You're oh, he's referring to the actual, like, the performance. Yeah, of course a lot of the performance was edited. I mean, it's and the editing isn't the performance, it's just the camera angles and how they do certain things. So I mean, but again, that's why sometimes you have different takes and take 1 to take 72 when you're doing stuff. However, in this, it's live, so you're getting the very raw of what it is.
Yeah, I would love for them after the show, after the season's like done, for them just to release some of the raw footage of the performances, like just you know, because all the multiple angles. I feel like we as viewers didn't really get the full depth and breadth of
Most definitely, you guys didn't. No, you did not. And I think that's something that they may do. I've already been hearing it in the work, so I'm sure that will happen.
but I think
I
enjoyed. Oh, I'm sorry. You can go. Sorry.
No. I was trying to say, all I wanted to say was before I got off the subject of the editing thing, no shade, Pops. They did edit the shit out of the Ebony's production this episode 5. Like, we had a lot of, like, I mean, yeah, the floor performance was dope and y'all got it. And I'm glad that it read off like, you know, it was fab. We should never went home. But it was like so many things in there that was really, really dope. That it was just like
they edited it out because of course you guys were going home, so it needed for TV, I guess I'll say, to look that way. So, and that wasn't just you guys. I think it's more impactful, son, because of course this was your turn. You know, y'all were going home, and Lord knows after I left, I was waiting on my son to win that money. But yeah, that's what that is. I mean, it happened to us. I'm sure everyone that house, and they've said that in the group too. Some people are just saying like, "Wow, the edits are crazy," but yeah.
I'm just telling you that move she did when they were like going into the middle, or when she got into the middle and she went whip and she whipped back and like got all the way back. I was like, that was so nicely edited. It was amazing. Like, I was like, they should have won house, like the trophy.
Right. The Ebony's fucking carries episode 5. Like, oh my God. It was everyone. I think that's the best you guys looked. That was one of the best performances. And I just did not. I'm not taking nothing away from the House of Lavin. God knows I'm not, because they've been phenomenal this whole show. Shout out to the House of Lavin. However, I do think that their performance wasn't as strong as the other ones. So, you know, it should have been maybe Lavin and Escada for me.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Because they had the most extra to say about the Escadas in their statues, you know.
They keep letting them just slide by.
Yeah.
So, if I had to send the house home, it would have been Escada. No shade.
Basing it just on the performance, it would have been Lavin for me. It was just, I was waiting for something to happen the whole performance.
But I agree.
I love Lavin.
Take a moment to celebrate Mother Lavin.
Erica is
everything.
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 Whoever said she just stood in the middle and just gave Goddess, like, she could have done that, and like, yes, that would have worked for them. Like, she was.
It would have.
She did amazing.
she was dancing.
Okay, so we talked a lot about the bottom. So how do y'all feel about who won though?
Keep on downstairs.
One what?
Superior House.
Not well, yeah, Superior.
Oh,
They didn't. Did they separate the category in Superior House, or they just went straight into it? The second category.
No, they just went straight into it.
Listen. Anybody that saw that performance, like, not taking anything away from the gorgeous Gucci's, but y'all have 4 people, and if anybody see that performance, they can say, like, I mean, look, it was clean, but it wasn't the best performance of the night. And I feel like they got Superior House. They got Superior House because of I guess Jita won the category, but the scores on the performance should have been low because the energy wasn't there.
I agree.
Spoken like a true judge.
I personally
it wasn't there.
I would have given Balmain this week.
It
You would
wasn't
have
there.
gave Balmain Superior House.
At least the second category.
Their choreography was there, but their outfit didn't match the vibe.
Who?
For Balmain.
Oh, I totally disagree with you
I
there.
live for both.
Performance, those outfits, everything.
Extravagant as the House of Ebony.
I can see where you're coming
Well,
from.
I think it depends on what you go. Like for me, I'm more attracted to gold and brightness, and
Right.
so like that's what did it for me. And the Ebonies, they did look like $1 billion. No shit, they brought it, but it was more dark and like I mean I like black. Black is my favorite color, but that gold just did it for me. She was just. And I think I have a prejudice too, just because I'm very into Egyptian culture, and it gave me very that.
What?
But can I say something? If that means like you have to really pay attention to that performance because the duck walks was off. Like you get what I'm saying? And that's what my whole thing is. Like when it comes to the Ebonies, you want to critique us on like you get what I'm saying, like what we missed or what looks off in our Vogue, but when people are actually voguing in other productions, they're not in sync. Their duck walks is sloppy. They're not landing any of their dips.
Right.
Talk about
so it. That's what. So my whole thing is when it baffles me when I see all these comments like not being shady or anything. Even before, even when we was even on the show, when we wasn't even winning Superior House, when people was winning and stuff like that, like or people was at the bottom, their performances they were still missing dips. Like you get what I'm saying? We did not miss it. Nobody. I don't know. I don't know what they will. I don't know. Vogue.
There's a lot we don't know, and we here to figure it.
I mean,
I personally feel as if when it came down to the battle, though,
yeah,
that's
only battle that felt like a battle.
That was a very, and Shy and I were speaking about this earlier. Okay, so the battle was off the chain. Okay, if you're into like that, very energetic, hyper type of performance, there were a few dips that I personally don't think that were stuck right, but the battle again was dope. I personally would have gave my vote to Shorty.
Same.
Same. And it's again not taking nothing away from Michaela because we all know Michaela is the princess. She is it. But again, and it doesn't, I can hear her if someone's saying, well, it don't matter what you think, champ. Well, it does right now because this is my interview with you guys. So I do think that Shorty should have stayed. Because I personally know Michaela and I know Michaela's go-to moves. If you're in the scene, the ballroom scene, we know the things that Michaela does to steal the crowd. We know she's gonna get on her head. We know she's gonna flip from excuse me, guys. She's gonna hold on.
hey,
Sorry about that.
they really want to talk.
My goodness. Right? Okay, cool. So we know Michaela's gonna, she's gonna slide on her head from Philly to New York. We know this. Shorty, however, really channeled a new performance for me, and I know Shorty. I've watched him. We don't want the same category because he's not a legend, but he is a twister. So I like to see the ones that are under me. That wasn't shade. That was just facts. I like to watch the people who are twisters under me so I can see what's going on or who's giving what. So I say this to say is I've seen Shorty's performance. A lot of things that he did that night were new. But then again, this show isn't focused for ballroom, it's focused for the world. So with that being said, the people who never saw Michaela do it, or maybe they didn't see when she done it on the other 2 episodes, they were probably like, wow, she's on her head. And, they were just, it was a big thing. But Shorty.
That was my reaction because I thought they were both good, but my vote would have went.
Bro, how are you, Michi? Tune in to the live interview that we are doing right now, everyone. Me and Shy, and we're with these amazing set of individuals from Dallas, and the link is on my page, you guys. So you're live with me, but you guys can view it as well.
I think Shorty stole the show, to be honest. Like, even when they were going to the judges and kind of getting, like look and get into me type of thing,
right.
Like pushed her out to the side and was like, bitch, it's my time.
Right.
Okay, but Michaela was doing all that on heels. Like, are we going to credit that? Like, I'm not saying that Shorty didn't deserve it because those were both, that was the best battle I've seen by far. But, I mean, if anything, what I was telling my friends was what should have happened on this episode, they should have had them, both of the houses stay, and last week somebody should have went home.
Right.
Hello.
Like, that's what you should have had.
Right. In the bottom where they were supposed to be. Because how does a family that has one of the strongest performances of the night end up at the bottom?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Ebony got all good feedback, and we were questioning how did they end up where they were.
It was crazy when they were put in the bottom, yo. I was like, what in the hell? Like,
it was very emotional. Like,
and let's also everyone, if you guys haven't had the interview, you guys haven't interviewed yet. Maybe she'll do next week. Let's give a shout out to Mother Isla Ebony. I was telling Shaw earlier, I found like a new love for her. She's dealt with a few things right now from the community by not being African American and being the mother of the house. And, a lot of times we do not really celebrate our own people. And I want you to personally know that you are amazing. You are everything. You are beautiful. And you did a great job throughout this whole season, and especially delivering your team for episode 5 for the House of Ebony.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, LaShawn. And last week's episode, I think that was last week's episode where she walked body. Whatever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She definitely earned her invite to the cookout.
When she went, when she did that little push up, that little break, I was like, man, I was like, girl, you look nice.
I wasn't ready for that.
Right. She did that.
Right.
So listen, if y'all are here watching with us and you haven't already, make sure y'all hit the love. Make sure y'all share this. And if y'all have questions for
Erica,
tonight's panel, please post them in the comments. Let us know what you'd like to say. Post it. You might just get, shout out on this here screen and your question get asked.
Most definitely. And the link, I'm sure, I know Erica would know though. I think Erica knows. Erica, I think you have the link. I posted it on my page as well. So yeah, go ahead though.
I was gonna ask, like, how did she come to like picking him for the battle?
How do you what? Say it again.
How did she come to picking him for the battle?
I think that's
Megan. You said Megan?
Yeah. I don't know her name.
No, Isla. How did Isla pick?
Isla, yeah.
What made Isla pick Shorty to battle?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, it was her idea. It was her, at first it was all about idea, but then when his foot had got messed up, it had switched. When his foot had got messed up, it had switched for either me to do it or the Paris if it really had to come down to it. You get what I'm saying? And I felt like in that time I should have stood up and just said I wanted to just battle Michaela, but she already said that. She already said Shorty on the stage, but so it was just giving very, very much that.
And that would have been you too, Shy. It would have been a good redemption.
You say what now?
Right.
After
it would have It would have been a great redemption. I mean, I already got her twice, but I mean, you know, it's just. I think I would have did my thing because I would have told them to get my heels too.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
That's my son. You heard him. You heard him. You heard him. I feel the same way. I get you, shot all the way on that. That's crazy.
I felt like they really loved Shorty. Sorry to cut you off, Devin, but I feel like they really loved Shorty on the show, especially like some of the judges like Megan and Law. You get what I'm saying? Like they loved Shorty. He was so short, so I felt like it still was a good pick for Shorty to do it for me, in my eyes.
Yeah, I thought it was very tactical.
Yeah, it was. That was a good pairing.
Yeah.
Shy, how was it working with Kelly Osbourne on the show as a judge?
I didn't really. I cursed that out. They cut that out. I didn't know. I'm like. No, I mean, I didn't curse the judges out, but they did cut it. They did edit it, and I am gonna say what I said. Like I basically was saying, like I felt like I was getting robbed. I felt like I was at an actual ball, getting robbed out of my money. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I really felt that because I'm watching this battle and I'm seeing Love Michaela down. Like that's my Love Michaela down. That's my niece. Yeah, these stunts was beautiful, but the execution wasn't there. The dips wasn't there. No shade. And for me to sit there and tell these judges as they're voting, because it was quiet. When I mean quiet in the studio, it was quiet. And all you hear is me yelling, like standing there, like, "Are y'all serious?" Like she missed her dips. Like you get what I'm saying? I'm talking to them. Like when it goes to the next judge, I'm like, "Come on, I'm like, come on, Kelly. Like you. I'm like, come on, like the challenge. The challenge is floor performance. Like I was carrying. Like when I mean carrying, I was carrying. But they edit all of that out and they paid that.
And I want to know, they said that Kelly is no stranger to judging balls. What balls she didn't judge? Y'all know? I'm not saying she did.
I think it was probably a lot of celebrity balls. Like they be having celebrity balls.
Oh, and she
like
had
where people get invited to. You get what I'm saying? So she probably judged those.
The No Stranger was a little stretched because she's probably judged maybe one ball that I can remember. Not like she's just been judging like Kelly to the panel. No.
They should make the judges battle.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
Like I stopped listening to Megan music for a whole 2 weeks because she. How dare you, girl? Like how dare you?
Dead.
Like how dare you? Like through this whole competition, are you serious? Like are you serious? Like you was on us. Like you liked us. Like that's how I felt. Like I felt like oh okay, it's politics. Like I felt like it was politics. Like I was like okay.
I do too.
Did she say like why she voted for the Lemons? Because I feel like Megan has been getting better with every episode. So like, she's been looking for things and she's actually been like critiquing people and giving like valid things. Because I
don't know if I'll get in. Well, she basically said what you heard, right? Is what you heard on the show is what she said, but it was an extra part in it where she said based on the whole
so
4
far.
episodes past, like so far who's been eating it through the whole competition. And since we've never been at the top, we never been Superior House. They've been Superior House twice already. So it gave very much like, you get what I'm saying? Like, well, these bitches has been eating it, and now this is the first time at the bottom. So I'm just going to send y'all home.
Yeah. I could see that, but that ain't fair. Because we judging tonight. We talk about tonight.
Right.
I don't care what you did last week. If you can't keep that shit up, that's on you.
Right.
And that's what I said when it was her turn. That's what I said.
Bottom line is y'all. Ebony shouldn't have been in the bottom 2
at all.
Like that's just point blank period. Y'all shouldn't have been there.
Someone just asked me on my live why was Megan even a judge. So I'll answer that here. And Megan, and he was in Ebony. He's actually the father. So let's shout out the BAM overall father, Ebony. Megan was there for the entertainment. Like she is, she's fucking Megan Thee Stallion for God's sake. Like she is what is in the now for entertainment. So I mean, that's kind of simple. That's why she would be there. I do get it. That is the overall father of his house, so I can see him typing that with anger, maybe like why is she even a judge? But I mean, for God's sake, she's Megan down. So yeah.
I like Megan.
Yeah,
I like Megan until the fifth episode. I like her now.
Right.
I like her. I love her now. Like I listen to her music now because I'm over it.
Yo, every time you stop listening for 2 weeks, you was big mad.
I was over it. I was over it.
Did you unfollow her on Instagram too?
No, I didn't drag it that much.
It probably was more, I know my son, it probably was like Megan and the baby come on and he probably gave, turn that for real. Like,
yeah, it gave very much like I don't want to listen to that. Like
right.
Yeah, I was over
It still stings.
So can y'all tell us how did y'all become? How did Shy become your child? How did that whole connection happen there? And how long?
So I used to go to New York. Well, I'm right now I can't go nowhere, but I traveled often and traveled to New York so much. So there was one time that I was in New York. We were in Brooklyn, and we were like going from a party or some shit. I was calling, if memory serves me correctly, and I saw Shy. And Shaw was mouthing someone, like he was basically kind of like going off on them, you know what I'm saying? But it was more so in a way that I would do it. It wasn't like trying to like really read the person, but he was really going off like schooling them, like giving them some knowledge, but going off. And I lived off the gate. He had great skin, you know what I mean? And like it was just his look alone. And I was just like, something with this little guy. So I watched him for a little bit. Not to mention I had been drinking. It's one of those things like really sometimes when you birth a child, you drunk, you fucked up, you fucked raw, and now you got a kid. Because that's how it was with him. Like hours later, we were going from one spot to the next, and I just grabbed him, literally. I was like, yo, who's your dad? But I'm drunk as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who's your dad? He's like, what? I don't know. Nobody. I don't have a dad. I'm like, yo, you my son. You my junior, dude. And it really started just like that. And it's crazy because, in this scene, in this, lifestyle, we have kids, we have parents that sometimes you don't see eye to eye with. And sometimes you can get over that. But in what's personally happened to me is I've, sometimes maybe made kids too fast in the past. Right. And I literally, trying to tolerate disrespect. I won't disrespect anyone as long as they don't bring it to me. But if I'm tried in a certain way, it's giving clips. Shy is just always just there for great advice. And sometimes I'm not perfect. I am not. But my son will definitely let me know the truth. And I love that about him because sometimes people are almost somewhat afraid, which is weird, to like, not necessarily let me have it, but let me have it. So, and Shy does that. I go to him. He's like the first person I go to with my tea, with news I get. And I couldn't ask for a better. I'm glad that I couldn't ask for a better.
Yeah.
Period.
How long ago was that?
So I've been my son now for at least 7 years, I want to say. It came up, some memory came up. Time flies. So he's been my son for about 7 years. And let's not fail to mention that he's always winning. You know what I'm saying? So like in my era and where I came from, like I kind of like was always winning up until now. Like, there are a few people who, of course, have got that win over me. But when it comes to twist and being a twister and walking realness and executing and delivering, who wanted it with me? And it's the same thing with him now. It's like, who wanted it with him?
Yeah, I didn't say that in the beginning because, I was being real humble about the situation. But yeah, I am really like, one of the hottest twisters currently for the past 3 years. Ain't no bitch ain't topping me, yeah.
And it's not even twist. Like we got to remember to always.
Oh yeah, realness too.
Because in this category, you guys, Bruce with a Twist is so serious in the ballroom scene because a lot of these guys are they don't deliver that masculine appearance or that they're supposed to actually have when it comes to our category, and they're not even walking realness. It's like go just walk Venom, be about Venom. It is okay. It is okay because if I'm judging and you come my way, and it's just something that I ain't seeing, you probably gonna get sent back.
No.
Shop.
Yeah, I don't see. I'm really tired when it comes to my shit.
Okay, so let's, cause y'all got sent home kind of early, and I really thought y'all was finna come wear it out like from the jump. I was like, oh, okay, Saint Laurent's, like y'all was all cute, Christian,
Yes.
Y'all was like, okay, like y'all giving looks, but then
we did. What I come to realize about the house is that we delivered and elegance. We delivered. We were about fashion, and that's where we stem from the House of Allure, right? So if anyone knows anything about the House of Allure, you had to literally be the best of the best to be that category, and you also had to have like a, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You had to kind of be looking. You know what I'm saying? Like your everyday, we're really big on everyday life and what we've done outside of the scene. So we of course delivered that to the front. So even from the first episode when they were like, "Hey, are you guys gonna Vogue?" It was like, we're not here to display Vogue. I do get it, but it's so much more about Vogue. And I just felt like a lot of times our ideas were a little bit maybe over, or maybe we thought so much into it that maybe the judges, we had to remember this is TV, and maybe the judges wanted more, because the episode that we went home on with the clowns, like I loved our production. Like
I loved it, Pops. Like
you always say that.
I'm probably the only one person that loved it because everybody else said they hate it. But I love it.
That whole episode gave me like chills.
Say it again.
I love it.
Wait, me?
No, what did you say, Jalen?
That was another elimination I didn't agree with. We need to storm the castle. Bring the Saint Laurent's back.
I know. I love that you guys say that. I love the feedback that I'm getting. But Saint Laurent's are still around. We're still here, and just keep watching, man. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
I think they're gonna have y'all back definitely on Legendary All Stars.
Hell yeah.
We already started casting.
Period.
But if they have a Legendary All Stars, I'm going back by myself.
Yeah, I get it.
You going back by yourself?
Well,
I take Shorty with me. I take Shorty with me. And
so you feel you said Anza Paris?
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay. So go ahead.
I was gonna say, Shy, you gave me a great idea, and I'm gonna put this out there. HBO, Netflix, somebody, y'all pick this up. Y'all better cut us a check. But they should do like a Legendary of Vogue or ballroom like show, kind of like The Voice, where they have the four coaches or whatever, and they pick their house members, and then you gotta whip them house members into a legendary house. They should do something like that. And Shy, I can
that would be cool.
One of the coaches to whipping the team together.
That'd be dope.
It's so many things that could stem from that. That is a great idea, Jalen.
So cut the check, somebody. Cut us the check, honey. We need a creativity check around here.
Hello.
That would be nasty. Yeah, so they're like, that would be nasty. Now, that's dope. Yeah, I know it would be.
Look at you, making all.
So if they have it, we said it here.
And believe it or not, me and Cha thought we were gonna have to battle on the show. Like, if you guys could only know, I am very competitive, and so is my son. And
I was wondering why you didn't Vogue instead of Pretty, because I don't know if it was the way they edited it, but I just was like, okay.
I know. Pretty. is someone that I even say that gives me a lot of advice when it comes to performance. We both are legendary performers. However, Pretty, legendary Vogue femme, I'm sure Pretty is a great performer. I love Pretty stories. I just love everything about it. That whole day was a lot on my family, on my house as a whole, though. So a few people might have felt like I should have went out. A few people might have didn't, but you know, it is what it is. Things happen, and you know, yeah, that's just that on that. I thought so though, like Shaw did, like Shaw said when he wanted to just jump up. I literally wanted to be like, "No, what she said. We just battled at the last call. I want my rematch." Blah 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 blah, and literally get out there. You know what I'm saying? Like because I knew that Pretty, you know, her mental was kind of somewhere else. But
that's what it looked like. Cause like I just watched like all the episodes over again today. And so, so and I could just watch that battle. It's like I feel like Pretty had walked up like he was already defeated, or you know, like walked up like, "Bitch, I'm ready."
Well, that's also because there were other things, of course, going on around, you know, like the behind the scenes stuff that was just a lot. So maybe in his head, he could have thought that. He could have thought like, wow, this is it. Like they're getting us out of here. You know what I mean? So, and it just happened to show because the camera caught him where he was getting ready to come out. And that at that moment, everyone was like, wow, Pretty looking like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But I also look at it as Pretty Vogue is an authentic Vogue. He's an authentic performer. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Chinsei Vogue is like entertainment. You get what I'm saying? Like so it gave very much like it gave very much. She overpowered him, even though he was voguing to me.
I was watching with my best friend, and she was even like, "No shade, this is no shade," but she was just like, she didn't even see Pretty next to Chinsei. Like it was just one of those like I was looking, but
and that also has to remember do with how the editing was too, you guys, because Pretty was in fact doing some shit. Like Pretty was
I heard people that were there.
Yes, Pretty was doing some dope ass clean stuff though. While you had Chinsei with the hair bouncing and bringing it and dipping from the skies. So
okay,
not dipping from.
So since the show, how has y'all's life changed, if at all?
Mine is freaking amazing. Because the show for me, and I just had an interview with Derek J earlier discussing some things to this nature. Believe it or not, I found a way to be very good with maintaining my audience. And what I mean by that is, as much as people do know I'm in the ballroom scene and I vogue and do this and that, I also was kind of afraid for the world to really know that I was a part of something that was basically who I am. So you have people say on my Facebook, which is more people who know that, you know, hey, that's Champ, that's LaShawn, or oh, he's in the scene, or he vogues, whatever. And I have some of those same people on my IG, but I also have different people as far as like directors or casting people or just people as far as like, you know, my life and what I do that are on my IG that are not on my Facebook, right? Or even dates, let's go there, skins, you know what I'm saying? People who may think I'm sexy or attractive, who were just too small-minded to understand Vogue and understand guys that Vogue. So I would say what the show did for me is it helped me be comfortable in the man that I am. And it's given like, yo, if you know that I vogue and you know this is who I am and you're not feeling it, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I mean that in the most humblest way, because the nerve of me to be afraid of who I actually am, or the nerve of me to hear a group of people in the hood or in the barbershop talking about people who are a part of my own community and not stand up. That makes me even worse. So I had to ask myself, if the show wouldn't have happened, would I have, you know, not been so vocal? And that answer is no, I would have been this vocal because it was starting just to be that way with who I am, period. However, the show helped my voice reach the masses and let other people know who could be struggling or battling, you know, their sexuality with being bi and liking girls and guys. Like, it's okay It's okay to be exactly who you are, and we need to love. It's too much going on in this world out here, let alone for someone to be worried about who I'm sleeping in the bed with, whether it's your sister or your brother. It's none of your fucking business because it's my bed.
Say, I said what I said, baby.
He said what he said. You know,
Okay.
I think that's that right there. That speech just need to be recorded. That was almost like one of those Martin Luther King "I Have a Dream" speech, right?
Right. I should have went first.
Really, in these times, like there's room for all of us. Like we got
It is.
that black literally is every color in the rainbow. So, honey, that means it's got everything, and so we got to celebrate the whole spectrum of black.
We do.
It's too beautiful to try to box us into any one box.
And we need to break this chain. Like, this shit is taught. You know what I'm saying? Racism is taught. Being, judging someone for, being gay or being bi or picking on someone that is less masculine as a guy, that shit is taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to, maybe if you're not with it, you're just not with it. But where you fuck up at is when you're teaching your kids. And you're teaching the youth that if I'm walking by with someone like Miss Laurent or someone, you're teaching them, they gay or don't be that way or don't fuck with them. Like, the nerve of you're a problem. You need to be arrested for being a big ass problem because you're teaching hate.
Right.
Well, to your comment about your love life, according to my text messages, I don't think you're gonna have problems getting people to, I don't think you're gonna have problems whatsoever. So the people do want to know if you're single or not, though. The people are asking. So
the people are asking.
I mean, I'm just saying, according to my text messages.
Don't shoot the messengers.
His ears are
Shout out to Jalen's text messages. We're good. But, how do you feel about how it changed you, or what do you feel like, son?
Right.
Since the show.
Oh, I like how you switch that up.
right. Okay, so we all caught that.
We did.
Period. So all right. I feel like my life, it's pretty good. It's still good. Some virtual things are happening because everything can't happen now. So I feel like my life is just the same. I feel like I wasn't really talkative on the show. You get what I'm saying? I was real quiet, and that's how I am sometimes. So yeah, I feel like I was being myself. So I feel like out of everything, I just came out of just being myself, and everybody loved it. Because even though I didn't speak much, people still love me on the show. I get people texting me and writing me on IG and all this other stuff. And I'm getting a lot of love and saying I was their favorite person. I'd be gagging. So
you in charge of the girls.
Okay.
That was my favorite part of that performance. He said, "Let's not forget I'm in charge of the girls."
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part.
My favorite view right now still is the lion, though. I really felt like you showcased who you are because Shy, you're very creative. Like I said, your mind is so explosive. You know what I mean? And when you really got to be the lion, it really showed. And shout out to your house too for giving you that moment because it was almost a femme queen moment for me looking at you. I'm like, yo, look at my son. He really out there. I'm going crazy. You had no idea, and you looked amazing.
I know, I was gagging.
Yes, I was.
Yes, it was definitely my idea to be the two-headed lion. If I can see, I had a big ass lion on the back of my head.
Loved it.
That was definitely my idea. I feel like after episode 1 and the face category without the hair, everything was up. Everything was my decision. Everything was my decision after the face category. Except for the hair. The hair wasn't my decision. They did that. No shade.
Well, that hair was a fool.
It was a
listen.
fool. But your face.
You know why it was a fool?
Face.
Thank you. The face was sitting. Thank you. That's all that matters. And I got my 10s. No shade. If I would have got top, I would have sabotaged.
And then you went against.
I think I would have sabotaged the team. And we would have went home the next day.
Because I'm dead. Yeah, I didn't want you to. And we could talk. So this is funny. We can discuss this, right? So like on our takes that we did a few takes, just to like run, kind of run the scene before the actual show. So on the takes, Shy gets chopped for face. And I'm recording it because again, this is my son. So every chance I get, I'm trying to get like behind the scenes footage of him. So I'm recording the screen. He's on the screen. He's coming out. I'm in my happy moment, and he's walking, and he's excited. And the second, I'm sorry, y'all. When they say one chop, yo, the look, and it's in my video, like the look on his fucking face was priceless. Like he was just so sad, and you can hear me on the camera, like, oh man. Like
I just felt like don't use me as the example to get off, like not this category, because I felt like I was doing my damn thing, like you get what I'm saying, and I feel like it was like it's a jinx, like because you gotta do takes, you gotta rehearse, you get what I'm saying, the show before, so some people was getting their 10, some people was getting chopped, and I feel like when you got chopped at the rehearsal, I feel like it was like that shit could happen and. At the actual
for real, like, right.
I don't want to get chopped, like you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I was over it.
Baby, okay.
I was over it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're now waiting. Episode 6, it's coming, and I can honestly say, you guys, the show is just so off the chain. You guys are. It's just like it's getting better and better. I'm telling you. So.
It is getting better.
Well, I might not watch it anymore, but I mean,
I'm dead.
Wait, so even if y'all didn't win,
say it again.
Oh, I was saying even if y'all didn't win, y'all wouldn't want somebody else to win. Like, who would be y'all's favorite house?
My favorite house next to myself
the Lavens.
Yeah, ninjas. Well, you know what? My favorite house were the ninjas, but it probably because like Jamie was so fond of me or whatever. But they did deliver talent. Now, when it does come to like overall, it was most definitely the Lavins for me, because they was just fucking eating it. I'm sorry, like everything, they, the whole eye. I'm so happy for Erica. I think that. If you guys personally know Erica, just know like certain things that she's been through up to the show, like this is so deserving for her, and this is just so, she's such a beautiful person inside and out, and she's really getting her due deals. Like I just think that, and shout out to you, Erica. I told you this. I just think that, yeah, she's bomb as hell. Great mom.
Yeah, for me, it's the Lavens. I feel like if we would have, the Lavens. Yeah.
Well, too bad you won't be watching to find out.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I really low key either want the Balmain family to win or the Gorgeous Gucci. It's just true. This how I.
Well, now because I mean, Balmain now. The Balmain should have been there.
Oh, I think. Ooh.
I mean, what do y'all say? What do y'all think about the battle between Jamarvie and Wilma? Like,
that was
they had a show about that, but what do y'all think? Let's hear. I want to know.
I mean, I know y'all had a show, but I mean, I'm here now, so I need to know. Like,
no, I want to hear too. So let's start with Devin. Let's interview you guys. Episode 1, and Jamari and Wilma's battle.
Well, first of all, those weren't my two bottom houses of that week, first of all. So let's start there. So I don't think those houses should have been the bottom 2.
So should we ask who were your bottom 2 houses in episode 2?
I can't remember, but I know it wasn't them, because I personally felt like Law just kept chopping the West house because he wasn't feeling them. Like it was something he had against them, because their runway, I liked it. So
I did too.
So that's why I was like, oh, so now you just chopping them because you feel some type of way. You must have wanted
I think Law was upset about Saint Laurent's getting chopped for runway. That's the word. Like that's what a lot of people were saying because he did in fact love our house. Yeah, he was a little upset, and maybe he pulled a ballroom move because judges do that in ballroom. You chop your girl, everyone behind your girl is getting up out of there.
Was that the 3 blind mice? Was that?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
That was definitely a mess.
That whole category was a mess.
Like,
Yeah.
the judging was so off on that. Like,
yeah. So that's just my take on that. But I mean, if we're talking about the battle, I will say Wilma ate. Like,
what Wilma? Jalen to the panel. Jamari or Wilma? Give me one.
Oh, I'm a little biased. So I'm have
Jalen, get off the panel. Judge. Okay.
I'm biased. I was Balmain and Ebony to the end. That's it. I was just there.
Okay.
And Saint Laurent. Like, that's my house. I was disappointed. Like, all my house is gone.
Thanks, Jalen. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jay, what about you? West or Balmain?
Honestly, because I've been so focused episode.
Hello?
Is it Dragon?
Right.
What happened?
You got your DJ Screw on.
Okay.
Houston? You sound
I think StreamYard got
sound like T-Pain.
Hold on.
Not like
Jalen, go out. Jalen, go out and come back in. Go out.
Yes, but we'll go back to him. Lava. Who do you think could have stayed, West or Balmain?
I think.
But see, the Balmains have done stuff since then that I feel like okay.
No, let's say that me, Shy, and I were your first interview.
I'm talking about the battle.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about this battle. This is, you know how you watch How to Get Away with Murder, and they
specifically that episode. I would go with West.
You would go with West. You felt like West deserves to stay, correct?
Yeah, like just seeing like their backstory and then like knowing, like seeing some people who were in the house.
Like, battle.
The battle.
Yep. Yeah, we got them good shot interviewing them now. Give me one.
I say West. I'm gonna stick with it, West.
Cool. So we got 2 West and we got 1 confused judge.
You know what?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Jalen, you gonna break like what's up? Because it's really 2 West right now. So
Jalen, you better say the right answer, Jalen.
Okay.
We ain't know anything.
Let me look at it again because I really have like separated episode 1 because like I'm really 4 or 5 like Circus, Wild Wild West, and then this one tonight.
Okay, let me check my official notes.
Who do y'all think? Y'all want to grill us? Who do y'all
think?
He said, "Who do y'all think?"
I think West. I think West should have stayed.
I agree. I didn't feel like they should have been in the bottom.
Yeah,
personally,
I agree with that. It's hard to say either which one. I mean, I am biased towards Balmain. I will admit that. Neither one of those houses should have been in the bottom.
Right.
Even and just like with the Paris and those twirl the baton things, she should have lost against the hat either. But you know,
because that dress was ugly as hell.
Yeah, and that wasn't a spinning element. He was just turning around.
Listen,
which dress? The blue dress from the.
I like the
yes.
I liked his dress. I
like it,
but
I thought that was the best the Paris ever looked.
The dress is not in question, and you're right. It may not have been best the Paris look, but the performance was everything.
No, I mean, I personally do. I told her that I personally think that she looked beautiful to me. I mean, it was her best look to me.
You said it was her best look.
Yeah, it was. I think that green dress. Are we talking about the green dress, right?
Yeah.
She great. She
was giving Jessica Rabbit tea.
Yes, she looked so good.
I really feel like if they would have let her.
I personally liked what you call this blue dress though. I thought it was, and he was just spinning. You're right. I do agree.
Well, I mean, the dress itself was creative, but for what they called for, like Zaparis had something spinning.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but he was spinning. It was still a spin.
He spinned and made it.
They had to remind him to spin.
Right. Thank you. At least somebody said it. At least somebody goddamn said it. Because I ain't want to keep being fierce on this damn.
God, you be you, honey. You be you here. You need your authentic self to show up at all times. So thank you for being you, Shy. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for not being shy.
Yes. And we, full disclosure, Zaparis is, one of our she helps with our Vogue Academy, and so we work with her quite a bit. So she's part of the United Black Element family.
Shout out to Zaparis. Zaparis was so cool working with on the show as well. Zaparis has good energy. I'll say that I don't know what she went through with her own house with the Ebonys, but my personal experience with Zaparis was so loving. Zaparis didn't mind giving roses to other people. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of far-fetched for a lot of people. Some people, I don't know why, it's so easy to give someone roses and let them know how good they are or what they think of them. And Zaparis was like that. So Zaparis, I want to personally say to you right now as well, I miss you for one. I think you're so dope. And
well, that's because she's a Taurus just like me. So that's why me and her bonded like that. So yeah.
LaShawn, what's your sign?
Oh, I am the sign of signs. We're the best people in the world. I'm a Cancer. My birthday's coming up, July 12th.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you, love. Say that again, July 12th for me.
Well, I think Cancer, you almost got it. I mean, Virgo is the sign of the signs, but
almost never count. So
okay.
Monica say that? No, I'm just playing.
Ooh.
Well, y'all, I'm about to go home. I gotta travel home, y'all.
Oh, we are.
Yes, because I'm not home.
You're not home. Well, come on home.
No, I'm not home.
ET phone home.
I'm dead.
So, anywho, any final thoughts? We're about to end this. Any final thoughts y'all have for the people? The things they should know, how they can follow y'all, all that good stuff.
Well, firstly, let's just speak on. I want to say to people that if you are, can y'all hear me? Oh, I just saw that. If you guys are seeking any assistance, like they said, in the Dallas area, or you do feel like you're having times or something, just isn't going on, don't be afraid to reach out to these people, guys. Go get tested. Know your status. That is so important, everyone. Okay, so let's do that. And my final thoughts are: hey, if you're watching, if you want to follow me, my Facebook is LaShawn Dawson. And my Instagram is Mr_Champ_himself.
Yeah, so y'all go follow him. Person in my text messages, go follow him. Go follow him. Y'all, maybe he's single, maybe he's not. He can answer our question.
And if you want to,
damn, I love you.
And if you wanna follow me, my Instagram is Shot of Champ. Facebook is the same thing. Everything is the same. Shot of Champ. That's right there. My final reviews is keep watching the show because there's still a lot of talented people on the show. Even though I'm a little shady, but there's still a lot of talented people on the show. And Team Lavin and period. And thank you, HBO.
And if y'all want me and Shot of Return season 2 and battle down, let us know.
Yeah. No. Seriously, let us know.
Let us know.
All right, everybody.
But
listen,
all right, y'all. Thank you.
Because y'all are so entertaining. Y'all seem very conscious of, current issues. And so, yeah, y'all go follow them. We going to follow them. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Sex responsibly. All those things.
Sex responsibly, people.
Yes.
Hi, y'all. Thank you.
All right, have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, later.